So, how do we make a workshop description sound enticing to invite our students into the workshop? That's the question I'm answering today. And hello, I am Tori, your digital marketing coach. Today is day 8 of trying to sell 100 copies of my book, Workshops Unleashed, to help me get to H&H, which is a trade show for the craft industry. And in May. So today, what I want to do is hit on that question of how do we make a workshop description sound enticing to invite our students in. So this is a key part of marketing that not a lot of teachers have really explored. So in the book, I go into a lot more detail, but I want to give you the overview today. So one thing one thing I do is with the description, I have you start with the end in mind. So that is a practice that we use with a lot of concepts when it comes to like business, course building, marketing. You want to start with the end in mind. What do you want them to achieve by the end of the class? What do you want them to be able to do after the class? What is the goal? What is the objective? Right? What is the maybe it's a change that you want them to embrace. So it could be a change in mindset, it could be a change in habit. So, what do you want them to be able to do after the workshop? And depending on your subject, one of those other questions may apply a little bit better than another. So, how do you want them to think about applique by the end of the workshop? What do you want them to be able to do with the color wheel at the end of the workshop? What do you want them to believe about in themselves? So, what is the objective, right? The end in mind. What is the objective? And if it is to complete a beautiful pattern, you can go a little deeper with that and think about what skills do they need to in order to successfully complete this pattern, even if it's a basic pattern. So most of my customers are quilters, and one of the basic blocks we use in quilting is a half square triangle. So that can be an objective to be able to confidently create half square triangles, 4 at a time, and keep their points. That can be a great objective. So that is where I would start, is the end in mind. Answer some of those questions, brainstorm a little bit, and see if you can come up with a very clear one-sentence objective of what they're going to learn by the end of the workshop, so like what they're walking away with. And then what I would have you do is what I call in the book, adding a little sparkle and a little spice. So one thing that we need to address when it comes to uh, inviting people into our workshop are their objections. So an objection is something that, stops somebody from wanting to sign up. So maybe they don't think this class is for them because, maybe it's a bag that they want to make, but they are terribly afraid of zippers. So that could be an objective. So you want to kind of answer that objective within your class description. So that's the spice. The sparkle is, um, let me see, adjectives. So it's like it's making it sound fun, sound inviting, sound doable. But also sounding creative, especially if it's a creative pursuit. Now, what I tend to find is that my customers go one way or the other in extremes. So they're either very descriptive and you really don't understand what you're going to be doing in the class, or they're very like scientific, straight to the point. This is what we're creating, and it sounds kind of boring. And we want to hit somewhere in the middle where we understand what's happening. We know this class is what it's what we're going to accomplish, what we're going to create, what we're going to be learning and walking away with, and it sounds fun because handicrafts, especially with quilters, we do want to have fun when we go to a quilting class or when we go to somewhere where we want to create. We want it to be fun. That's part of the experience. Okay, so that's what I would do. Start with the end in mind, add a little sparkle, add a little spice, make sure it's clear on what you're doing, and it sounds fun. So, this is Tori. I'm your digital marketing coach. If you need any help with that, my book will actually walk you through step by step on how to build out a description. It goes into much more detail. So, if you'd like that handholding, this helps. This book is called Workshops Unleashed: How to Design Engaging and Successful Workshops for Quilters and Crafters. It does combine course design and marketing to help you create your class and get it out there. The link is below. And if you know anybody who's interested in teaching, you can go ahead and share this video with them. Or if you want to just grab the link and share the link with them, that would be amazing. I'm trying to sell 100 copies, and we are at 3 sold so far. So we're day 8, 3 books sold. Thank you guys so much. This has been really fun to talk more about the book and the ideas in the book, and you can see more in the videos beforehand. Please like and subscribe for more on digital marketing. I do have other videos that talk about more specific things on digital marketing.